Here is Winston. He's in the shot. I don't want to show you though because you're too cute and you're very distracting, Winston. Hi everybody, welcome to the second official episode of the Weaverly Way. I wanted to share with you two major alternative healing methods I use that have really helped me, and I recommend these in addition to possibly whatever else you have going on. Like if you do see a therapist or a psychiatrist, or if you're just really into various types of self-help, I think these methods supplement any of that very well. First one I wanted to mention is EFT tapping. That's what I got into regularly first. It stands for Emotion Freedom Technique. I was introduced to EFT through a friend of mine. She bought me a session a few years ago. I think it was when it's probably important to know that I have said that I've been through some really difficult times and I didn't really spell all of it out. I will in a future video, but one of the things I went through, I myself was ill. I am a cancer survivor. So when I was going through treatment, I was, just when the treatment ended actually, I was in a kind of a lost state, and a friend of mine bought me a session with this wonderful EFT coach named Dana Middleton, and she's located in the Los Angeles area. And I went to her and it was great. And then a couple years went by, some other very scary, tragic events happened, and I found myself wanting to connect with her again, and I did, and I am so glad I did. I've now been going regularly for the past going on almost 2 years, and it has been an absolute lifesaver. What Emotion Freedom Technique EFT is, according to Wikipedia, just because I think this sums it up pretty nicely, is a form of counseling intervention that draws on various theories of alternative medicine, including acupuncture, neuro-linguistic programming, energy medicine, and thought field therapy. California woo-woo stuff, as some people I know. I'm initially from New Jersey, so that's what some of them would say. But I have found it to be truly life-changing. My particular coach is so great. She's so intuitive during sessions where basically you can, the way I like to describe it is, feelings are feelings. They are non-negotiable. They are what they are. You might as well not try to talk your way out of a feeling, and you might as well just, people just say, just acknowledge it and let it go, which is so much easier said than done. And that's where EFT tapping comes in, because you can say literally what you are feeling and tap these certain pressure points, and it helps diffuse it. And eventually you can get some really great breakthroughs through doing EFT tapping on a regular basis. And also there's just some great YouTube videos out there. Various coaches have them. There's just a wealth of free information out there if you would like to just research it and see if it's something you're interested in, and then of course you can see if there's an actual coach in your area. I only really know working with Dana, so I couldn't recommend anybody else, but there are plenty out there. And Los Angeles is a very big place, so I know how it is if someone is not in your area. It's such a drive. And it also gave me an actual technique to help with specific things. For example, I've been going through a lot of PTSD, quite frankly. I don't know what else to call it. We worked on that together, and I have a couple of little mini recorded sessions, like that are a few minutes long, that I can tap along with to help me when I am really feeling just down and out from any PTSD. I have this kind of also OCD thing. There's so many letters. PTSD and OCD, which leads to OCD. For some reason, I've always been kind of a savant when it comes to dates. I'm very good at remembering birth dates and particular dates in my life that are associated with certain events. So when I went through an illness, when my partner went through 2 bouts of an illness, And when my mother, who passed last year, if I see a date that is associated with any of those things, it almost can send me into a tailspin. I kind of have to calm down. So I find that the EFT techniques really can help with things like PTSD. A friend of mine was telling me about EMDR, and actually my sister-in-law was telling me about it, and I think that's great. I still don't have any experience with it. I was thinking about trying it out at some point. I heard that that was developed to really help specifically with PTSD as well. EFT can help with a bunch of different things, not just PTSD. I think that it is great for just, basically if you have any kind of, I want to say energy block, I don't know, any kind of block in your life, I highly recommend checking it out. Lifesaver. The other alternative healing, for lack of a better way of explaining it, that I've done regularly is meditation. Now, there are tons of apps out there. There are many different kinds of meditation. Some people still equate yoga with meditation, and they think they're interchangeable, and they are not. You can meditate in a yoga class, usually that very often go hand in hand, or you can do yoga moves to get into a deeper state of meditation, but they are still two completely different things. I've tried several different forms over the years. I've been to some kind of workshop classes on a few different kinds. The one in particular that I've been doing regularly that I have found to be incredibly helpful is Vedic meditation. I meditate twice a day for about 20 minutes each time. I've been doing Vedic meditation now for almost a year. February will be a year. And it has been absolutely life-changing as well. When I first started doing it, I started with my partner, and when we first started doing it, it was almost kind of euphoric, and we're like, this is the greatest thing ever. And what happens is you do release stresses that you've accumulated, as we all have throughout our lives. And so I've experienced the kind of euphoric feeling, and then I've also experienced just kind of feeling crappy, angry, kind of sad. I'm like, well, this is dumb. Why am I meditating? It's not helping. And it's just because you're kind of going through those rocky patches as you heal, basically. If you stick with it, it is the benefits are numerous, and you do notice a difference. It's not that it's this magic fix-it, I don't know, spell or anything. It's just helps you handle things with equanimity. We hear that word float around a lot, but it's true. And not be so affected by which way the winds are blowing. Like if things are great, you're on a super high, or if things are not the way you're wanting them to go, then you're super down. I feel like the meditation helps kind of handle things with equanimity. I don't know. It's just a great way to describe it. It is a course. You do learn Vedic meditation through a particular course. You can easily research this and find teachers in your area. Someone keeps honking out there. Clearly I need to meditate now. You can research in your area Vedic meditation and see if there are any teachers near you. I'm going to link my teacher's website. It's called thecalmplace.com below. He is in the Los Angeles area. However, they're all over the place, Vedic meditators, and Facebook groups and everything like that. It's been going on for quite some time. It was developed for the Westerner. You know, we're not, you know, we just want to like get through our day as best we can. And you really, it takes the edge off, I guess is the best way I can describe it. You also start to see things differently. I think that you start to notice the beautiful subtleties and appreciate them more. We hear, live in the present, it's important, and I would hear that all the time, but I didn't realize how much I was not living in the present until I really started to meditate regularly. I still have my rough days, don't get me wrong. I'm still healing, I'm still learning, I'm still trying to figure it all out, but I don't know where I would be without those two things. There are other forms of meditation that I have tried. Mindfulness is another one. I will link Stephanie Nash's mindfulness website because she also does some YouTube videos and things like that. that are also really helpful. Again, that's not Vedic, it's a different type. There are so many different types. And I just found that Vedic, because Vedic is mantra based, and you get the mantra when you take the course. The course is over about, the class is over the course of 4 days, but it's only about 60 to 90 minutes each day of the 4 days. So it's really not that much time. You learn the technique, you get your mantra. And what I love about it is when you're meditating, you're expected to have your mind wander. That's going to happen. The mind thinks, that's what it does. So you just gently come back to your mantra, and then your mind will wander again, and you'll gently come back to your mantra. And there's no judgment. The only method that I found I can do really well for an extended period of time. Mindfulness is nice too. Certain guided meditations I can do, but I've just found Vedic to be the most effective for me. But I do recommend trying various forms of meditation and see what you click with. Can't recommend it enough, really. So I have definitely been in those like really dark places where I just didn't know what I was going to do. I felt so overwhelmed. And knowing that there are these techniques out there to just help get you through that moment, and then when things have settled a little more, you can be more open to growing and learning and, all that stuff. I hope that this was helpful. All right. I hope you have a good evening, and I hope you're having a great start to your new year.